Ooh, it's like 6 of them in there. So I have 3 in this box and 3 in the other, the second box, which arrived the same day. I do need to swap shirts because I'm looking like Kadeem. Gotta try to get on Kadeem's level, man. There they are. After how many years has it been waiting on a new album? We have Stranger to You. People are excited to finally dive into it. I haven't even heard it. So I got the graphs pulled up. We're going to show you the vinyl stuff. I might need a little, you know what, after the gym, I might need a little snack, and then I'm going to get into this album. That's what I'm going to do. I'll be right back. Man, it has been so long since I clicked that two-way mirror video. How many years? What is this? Via Nova. Yellow cards from Jacksonville. Shout out to Jax, where I live. This band just continues to amaze me. We're back after Shoegaze and New Gaze album, brutal deathcore. Now we have this album. I haven't even heard it yet. I've exercised self-restraint, not listening to it. I wanted to get as many as possible to show you, because I was curious which one I was gonna keep. These 3, the orange transparent, natural, and turquoise white. Then I also got the natural transparent turquoise and the white black marbled. The shrink is really interesting on this one. Get some detailed close-ups on it. Interesting shrink layout right there. Nice thick sleeves. It's gonna be a gatefold. It's gonna slit the top. Let's check out the gatefold on this one. That's kind of cool. Looks like they shipped them both in between the jacket there, meaning that it wasn't going to cause seam splits on the top and the bottom. Very nice of them to do that. And their polyline sleeves. You see that right there? That's really nice. Okay. So the picture online made it look really bright. It may not show up on cameras, it just doesn't. But I'll give you my thoughts. I mean, we're talking a soft baby blue. I am seeing that white and then some darker blue streaks. So if you look at it like that, I really do like the color combo. A little bit brighter than the cover, and I'm in a super darker room, acoustic panels and lights and blah, 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 but it's very bright blue. I do think that's gonna blend with the cover pretty nicely. Got the projector sharp tone on it. See how it looks on the turntable. And now that I'm looking at it on the turntable with the black turntable and the turquoise cover, it blends a lot better than what I thought. See, iPhone photos make everything bright. See, as I'm taking a picture of it, now we're talking a little bit better color match. You'll be able to see that. Not my first choice. I think there's gonna be some ones that impress me just a little bit more. Oh, we got the insert. Well, that was surprising. The inverse cover. This is a whole booklet in this one, so. This will be fun to actually listen or read while I listen. Wow. This is beautiful. This is incredibly high quality. Digging it. Whoa. The teeth on Revenant. He's so good creating this. They're just vicariously them. Ah, oh, love, love, love. Long list of thank yous. Man. Let me show you how I preserve this. Buy these sleeves in bulk, and I'll pull it back. So now with this revealed, we shall see the gatefold. What I want to do is I'm going to put this in a double gatefold. This sometimes seems overkill, but it really does protect them both. So this is what I'm going to do. So this pocket, it opens up right at this white line for the first pocket to put the jacket in. I'll make sure I got everything out that I wanted. Doesn't seal it all the way, but it just seals. It's a little bit difficult to unseal. So then that's the first one. We're all the way in there. We'll peel this back once we get the second layer. Same thing. I'm actually going to open up in reverse, and I'm going to put in just like that, all the way up to there. So now that's where it'll line up. I'm going to test fold it once, make sure it'll fold all the way down. Looks like it will. Then we want it to be at maximum extension here. So I'm going to peel the inner white sticky protector first and right down. The only thing I'm concerned about is it sometimes has a little bit extra on the edge, so I don't want that. I want it to go in as far as possible, then fold down a little bit better. That'll give a little bit more room for this guy to go flat. So then I peel the second strip. It does stick to you, just with static, and fold that flat. That is preserved. There's the light. That is the preserved vinyl there. At least the jacket. Then what's great about these is that you have two inner pockets to store the vinyl. There and there. You can buy them in gatefold, but I like doing this and building it so that I can have some for the ones that aren't gatefold. Instead of buying just specifically gatefold ones, you can get your 2 records in the polyline sleeves. I think that says side B. Oh, and this, if you want to preserve this in its own thing, doesn't hurt. If you wanted to, you could unstick one of these and store it in here. To me, it fits. If it fits in the pocket, it's actually best case scenario. Now you have alt cover and standard cover. Pretty rad. Transparent orange black marble. I noticed the shrink gives you a place to peel it right there. That's kind of nice. Whoa, same deal. So they might fall out on you. Be very careful when opening them up. Wow. All right. I didn't break anything. What? Yeah, you're just as confused as I am. That looks, I don't know why I'm doing that. I have a close-up cam. This is under the light. It looks very amber brown. Yeah, just like that. It's fun to shine light through these translucent. Can you see those black wisps? Definitely can. I get right up on it. Yeah, that has the other one like it too. Whoa. Huh. How do they look on the table? Yeah, that's much more accurate of what it looks like. Cool. Like as a color, that's a fantastic color. Another way to do these poly sleeves, you can usually fit them in a regular dual pocket. Putting that inner lyric booklet in the inside, sandwich between that, the whole thing in a pocket. Corner in and down. One simple peel. Then you can put this on the inside actually too, the hype. It's such a cool variant. Orange and black, that amber. It looks so cool. Yeah, it doesn't match the cover, but it's just such a cool looking vinyl. So thinking about it, we'll see where it ends up. Sipping some tea tonight. Some kind of chamomile blend. Next one up, it says natural black marbled. I think this one's gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna be clear with black wisps. Should we unbox it the top way? I think we should. Just gotta be careful on the bottom. Let's see if we can figure it out this time. I'm just scared now. I'm gonna hold it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold it like this, and then the records will be cradled on the spine that says "A Stranger to You." So that should avoid them falling out. Let's see. Can't even really tell what they are from looking at that. Oh, that's another thing I noticed. You see the light and dark. Disc 1 has that as the center label. Disc 2 has the dark as the center. Disc 1. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Oh. Disc 2. Shine a light through it. Now you know what we're talking about. Huge fan of that. How we looking with the cover? I could live with that one for sure. This camera's great for showing you the detail of it, at least. And those wisps, oh yeah. Center label. Oh, and did I mention, of course, we get that lyric booklet. Sometimes it's easier to jam that shrink in part of the way and just slide it right in. My favorite one so far. Because it's my favorite, I think we are actually going to listen to it as I'm getting through looking at all the other variants. Because I'm itching to hear this album. I'll listen. I'll read my lyric booklet. Lights.
The song lasted. We stood against the test of time. Tested from the next until the checkered line. Gifted every strength from the refresher fan.
I didn't think they'd have me crying. Straight in the necks. What? How did they do that? That's side A? Oh, I love it. Okay. I was looking at the screen and this is kind of distracting. Got the Beatles and Caroline Polachek, but I think we're gonna take them down. It's signed. I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna anti-statically treat this as I'm probably generating some, I'm generating some static in that. Wow, okay. So I'm gonna do two things. I'm going to anti-statically treat this. Yeah, we just did side A. I might brush it as well. Loving this lyric booklet as a companion. Holy moly. All right, let's start there and resume side B. I think I'll just say this is my highlight of side A too. Second song after entrance. But I could not believe. I think all of these songs are just going to deepen with time. There is so many layers in this. And I'm glad I abstained from reviews and polluting my mind with other Loathe fans' knowledge. I'm going in completely blind to this, and I'm just absolutely flabbergasted. I've never heard anything like this. It's so good. So now we got to turn the page. This is going to be so huge. This sounds so good. The vocals, the effects, the everything. Harder to Pretend is a bop too.
Ever forward, forever motion. Ever forward, forever motion.
Love the spoken word bits. Brothers. Ah. Oh. Another incredible side. The lyric booklet is super helpful to have. The spoken word, I had to stop and take a moment for that. Another perfect side. Revenant absolutely slaps. That's one of the scariest songs they've ever written. That might be New Faces in the Dark as far as scariness level. I need to dive into the lyrics too. It's just so cool. This is just stranger to you, familiar to me. Stranger to you, familiar to me. Dark label. We're on the dark label now. Gotta shine a light through it again. The way it breaks. I love it. I had a couple thoughts on some of these too. They're so fuzzy and clean at the same time. And also, I've been listening to a lot of Ethel Cain, and these sort of sweeping reverb, protective domes of sound are so pleasing and safe to just sit and sulk in, because some of the lyrics are super hard to take into. And you can tell there's a lot of hurt, but it's so groovy and vibey too. And I'm hearing like SZA and like such cool stuff that like Polyphia was diving into, sort of. I am all for this. All for this. This is gonna be so good live. So we're going on the final side. And we do know the last track, it was a single along with Fangs. That's incredible. Those harmonies in the background, that's what I was going to say earlier too, really add to that ambient background. Such a vibey song again. This is what metalheads want to hear when we hear this type of genres comboed. Oh boy, it's over. Get ready. What? How is it that good, man? Wow. I'll show you the rest of the vinyl variant soon in a second, but Black Smoke variant, highly recommend. Sounds amazing too. We'll show you the graphs. Man, it looked fine. There was no issues whatsoever. I didn't even wet clean it or anything. Come on. All right. And Stranger to You. So check this out, all right? We've got 3 down, 3 to go. Let me grab my guitar. Loathe does this thing. This is my Gibson. I did a whole series talking about me customizing this Gibson. Finally own one. Played guitar, bands, and recorded. Stranger to You. This is what Loathe does so good, right? They go to the minor. Then it goes up to this minor chord right here. This is crazy. A little out of tune, but you can hear that. When they do that, that's the shoegaze Deftones thing that other people were hearing, but then they became Loathe by doing certain things like that that now just are unique identifiers of them that just take you soaringly high into the depths of all of the range of tones in this album, from ambient stuff, groovy stuff, to just metal that'll completely shred your face off like some of their other stuff. It's like they're finally adding, I think, as much as I love I Let It In and Took Everything Perfect album, this is a perfect album in a different way, because it takes so many of those heavy songs from I Let It In, and it kind of expands into these, people are saying it, they're expanding into new territories. Stuff that I thought, you know, if I Let It In had that, I don't think it would take away anything. It would add to the album in a different way. But it sounds better on this album because of the production and all of those synth or space layer things. I don't know what they are in the background yet, but I hear them. Those are throughout the whole album. Still got some old Loathe songs playing on the projector, but I want to show you the rest of the vinyl variants. All right, there you are. Natural. I thought this variant would be my next favorite. Also, I love how the shrink kind of covers it up. The shrink overlay, where it splits and you can actually touch the cover right there, almost looks like one of those strips. Two-way mirror. Shout out to, now we're in the sharp tone variants, by the way. The other ones were Revolver exclusive or indie exclusive or like those sort, but these are direct from sharp tone now, which we thought they wouldn't give you the 12-inch lyric print. Well, that proves that wrong. They got a Stranger to You and Familiar to Me right there. Lyric insert. And then your record shipped outside the jacket in the shrink. What a great, great packaging. A lot of people call that milky clear. Oh, sorry about lighting. We were vibing out. Definitely are just like clear, and I do love that. There are some very light, clear, natural wisps too. Check that out. Close-up cam. Might have to shine a light onto it to even see it. Again, you may not even notice it, but it's in there. I appreciate that because it looks like the cover. They sharp tone, even with the I Let It In, I don't have them anymore, but I had at least 2 different I Let It In covers, or vinyls. I had the red and I had the clear splatter. And I think I also had the clear too. That would have been cool to have this clear and that clear. Another thing about the album too, as I'm processing it and doing this, it didn't fatigue my ears. I listened to it at a good volume. You can always crank up songs that you love, but I think this is an album that you kind of want the dynamics of the impacts of the loud songs and the soft songs, but you could have it at a chill volume and still vibe out to it. Either way, I'm gonna love a loud headphone listen because I haven't even done that yet. Oh, buddy. It's gonna look cool on the shelf. I just recognized or noticed that chain coming along up down the spine. There it is. That is so cool. Now that I've heard it, I'm actually gonna give it a little play test just to see how it sounds. So that I kind of know. I think it's gonna be all identical. I did vinyl shootouts comparing so many different pressing variations of so many different albums, but I have a feeling a lot of these are going to be used from the same stampers. We'll confirm that with the run out. Yeah, that sounds insane. I don't imagine the digital can be much better than that. I really don't. That sounds fantastic on vinyl, given the complexities of how many layers, like I said, are on this record. In a lot of my vinyl shootouts, a lot of the variations came down to surface noise and stuff like that. And if you notice that in a pressing, it's a good idea to try to hunt down another one so you don't have to deal with that. It's so not noticeable to me. I have a pretty nice setup. It's probably a couple grand sitting here, plus the computer. Oh, yeah, plus the audio interface. All right, now this is transparent turquoise. It's got a sticker on it too. I don't think that was there on some of the other ones, but everything else looks identical. First press. Oh, no, it does not. So the shrink doesn't have that little peely back part right there. So we got to get the old trusty Gamma knife. Transparent turquoise. I was really curious how this one would look. Limited to 750. Still storing it. Still in the spine instead of in the spread. Okay. This looks darker as well. Wait, no, am I wrong? See that anti-static. Oh, okay. We're in that blue territory. Yeah, it does look blue on camera as well. Huh. Some people are going to be disappointed that it's not the same shade, I think. The point is blue. And I think this, you could argue that if this was like Breaking Bad, this is like the more pure stuff, if you know what I mean, rather than the cover. And again, different lighting, you couldn't even tell, right? That looks identical. So, just saying. Then you bring it out in like color neutral light, you see the difference there. Transparent turquoise. Let's see the close up on that disc. I still wouldn't think that's a disappointment, man. I was going to show you what it looks like with the records side by side. On the table. I even do it because I was so excited on the natural black. What an overwhelming joy to get all these variants. I got to do a thumbnail with all of them. Final variant that I have, white black marble. This one could compete for my other spot, and it has the open shrink. So maybe that was just done later or earlier, but this one has the open a pocket. You can touch that with white black marbled. That's a 750 as well. Oh, I'm a fan of that. There you are. Yeah, love that against the label too. Check this out. They did a fabulous job getting that pretty close to the cover. Dare I say, it even has a little bit of that green tint in it. It definitely feels like it belongs. I'll say that. Definitely feels like it belongs. Let's check the table. Table with it. It just depends on how much the light hits it, because if you look like that, it's almost dead on. But if you hit the blue, you get a little bit more of the blue in the cover. But this is black and white, I think, with a bluish tint, turquoise tint. So I could live with the black, white, gray, and the greenish tint on the label. That's clean. So those are the variants that I have. I'd like to see y'all's. I'd like to see which ones you ended up getting. And I'd like to hear your experience with this album, because I'm glad I got to share my live reaction with you. It was a lot to withstrain and hold back since Friday when it came out, but I waited till Monday, waited for the vinyl, and it paid off. That's it for today. Keep on grooving your way. See you back real soon.